friends. My book today is Splat the Cat Oopsie-Daisy, and it's based off the creation by Rob Scotton. What do you think our book will be about today? It was almost springtime. The weather was getting warmer, but the sky was still gray and rainy. Splat thought being stuck inside was a waste of an afternoon. Splat perked up when a sopping wet Seymour scurried into his room. Seymour was carrying a weird-looking seed. "Where did you get that?" asked Splat. See the seed? Seymour held up the seed and stared at it, then he shrugged. "I wonder what kind of seed it is," said Splat. "It could be anything." What are they holding up? What is that? Do you know what it's called? Well, there's only one way to solve this mystery, Seymour. Let's see if we can make it grow. "I think we will need to plant it first," Splat said, "but I've never planted anything before. Do you know how to plant a seed?" Seymour shrugged. So they went to the cat school library. "Okay, then let's go to the library to find out," Splat announced. That was great thinking, huh? Splat and Seymour walked straight to the library to look for a book about gardening. The only problem was there was so much information. Splat wanted to grow one seed, not a whole field of corn. After staring at the shelves for a long time, Splat finally asked the librarian, and she was so happy to help him find the perfect book, A Cat's Guide to Plants and Potting. The book said the first step was getting a pot and filling it with soil. Not all the soil landed in the pot. Splat! Next, Splat planted the seed in the dirt. He set the flower on a sunny windowsill, and then he watered the soil. Not all of the water went into the pot. Splat checked the flower pot every day. He hoped and he hoped for any sign of a sprout. He wondered what kind of plant it would be. What do you think it will be? Will it be a flower? Will it be a tree? Will it be a vegetable or a fruit? What do you think? Maybe the seed would grow into a wild garden of roses. Or maybe the seed would turn into a tall tree as the sky. What do you think? Splat couldn't wait to see what grew. He sang to the seed, he read to the seed, and he told it stories. For 2 whole weeks, Splat waited and waited and waited for the seed to do something. He's taking very good care of his seed, isn't he? Splat was ready to give up. Maybe the seed would never sprout. Feeling terribly disappointed, he watered the soil one last time just in case. The dirt in the pot shifted a little. Splat added some water, and a tiny little sprout sprang up. Splat cheered loudly and quickly shut his mouth. He didn't want to scare the little seed back into the soil. Do you see the teeny tiny little sprout? Oh, he was so excited and so happy. During the next week, the sprout grew a few straggly levels. Splat was thrilled when a few days later a bud appeared on top of the stem. Look, he's measuring and he's keeping a chart. The next day, the bud opened and a bloom blossomed. It wasn't a wild jungle plant or many-colored rose or a tall tree. It was a flower, a little daisy, and Splat knew who just to give it to. What a beautiful flower. "I love it," said Splat's mom. "It's the most special flower ever. Splat smiled as he hugged his mother. I grew it myself with a little help from Seymour. Oh, that was so nice. The end.